in this exercise, lines M and N are parallel, so this line and this line are parallel. Find the measure of each numbered angle. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Let me make this a little bigger for you to see. So M and N are parallel lines right here. These two are parallel. So what we have learned about parallel lines is that the z angles are equal. So what I mean in particular, let me just highlight it. So if you look right here, see that z right there? That z makes two angles, doesn't it? When you do a z, it makes two angles. Those two angles are equal. Whenever the top and the bottom are parallel. Whenever the top and the bottom are parallel lines, then the z angles are equal. So that means this here has to be 81 degrees like the other one, because those are z angles. Okay, so let's go forward. So that's 81. Now we also know that diagonal angles are equal, right? So yeah, so parallel. So if you have parallel lines, so step number one, z angles are equal. 2, diagonal. The official word is vertical. They're called vertical. Angles are also equal, meaning like this one and this one. So if you have a couple of lines, and that's not very well done. Let me try that again. If you have a couple of lines like this, then this angle and this angle, which are diagonal, they have to be equal. So therefore, I know this 81 and this right here have to be the same because they're diagonally across from each other. See the two lines that make them, this line and that line, just focusing on those two, those are diagonal. So those have to be equal, right? And then same thing down here, 108, this one. Whoops, not doing that very well. So this right here has to be 108 because they're diagonal. So that's the second fact we can use. Now, there is a third fact we can use. That is one side of a line holds 180 degrees. Remember that? Like if you have an angle here and here, the total has to be 180 degrees because together it's making halfway around. You know what I mean there? It's making that, and that's 180 degrees. So this little angle here and this little angle here have the total 180. So that means, for example, 6 and 8 together make the bottom of line N. So they have to total 180. So angle 8 here is 180 minus 108. So it must be, what's that, 72 degrees. It's got to be. So those two make 180. They make one side of a straight line. They make the bottom of line N. They got to make 180. And then this one's got to be 72 because it's diagonally across from angle 8. Angle 7 and angle 8 are diagonally across from each other, so that's got to be 72. Okay, and now I can get angle 4 because a triangle holds, whoops, not very nice writing there, holds 180 degrees. So a triangle holds 180 degrees. So therefore, angle 4, I don't know where to put it, I'll put it over here, angle 4. So we got 81 and 72, so 81 plus 72 equals, what's that, 153 degrees. So if I take 180 minus 153, That's, what's that, 27 degrees. So this angle, angle 4, has got to be 27 degrees, so that those three now total 180. That's got to be 27. And then the angle diagonally across from that one's got to be 27. It's got to be the same. The angle diagonally across here from the 81's got to be 81, angle 10. And now, last is we've got to find angles, angle 5. How are we going to find angle 5? Well, this angle and angle 4 and angle 5 have to make 180, don't they? So 81 plus 27 is 108, isn't it? 108. So 180 minus 108 equals 72. So this angle has to be 72. The one diagonally across from it has to be 72 as well. And so there's all the angles. Let me fix this back to 27. There we go. There's all the angles. We were able to find all those angles, and we did it using these 4 true facts. Top and bottom parallel lines, z angles are equal. Diagonal, called vertical angles, are also equal. One side of a line holds 180, and a triangle holds 180 degrees. So we were able to find all the angles 1 through 8. So you can just put all those answers now over there in those blanks. I'm just going to leave this diagram like this because that shows how we accomplished all that.